out, or
not coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very big day on our show. It's a happy/sad day. We are happy for big, strong Jeremy Moran, our longtime board op for 22 plus years, been with the station for 25 years, came up in the Rant Farm system, assumed the big chair as the technical director and board op for the morning show 22 years ago. He's been a part of this very stable crew that we've had together for a long, long time. The three of us in the on-air studio, Fernando producing us for 25, 26 years, and Jer in the board op chair for 22. DJ is new to the crew, and he's been a great addition. But Jer has decided to retire, and we are very envious that this morning was your last early alarm.
Darn right.
Last early wake-up call. That's the thing I think all of us are most looking forward to when our retirement day is here.
Just swipe left on that alarm there and get rid of it forever.
Boy, no kidding. Yeah. But we're very happy for you because I know this is a big decision and you've thought a lot about it, but we're very, very sad to lose a longtime member of the show, and it's not going to be the same without you.
No, it is not. And so we're trying to make today a big, long send-off for Big Jer. And I asked you yesterday, what's your favorite breakfast? If you could have your favorite breakfast, what would it be? Or as we're calling it, Jer's last meal. And you said omelet. So our friends at Eatsy's, thanks to Adam, he's brought up omelets for Jer this morning. And
right.
So there you go for your last meal as you get ready to depart the ticket. And
for Jim Nance.
as you may be ready. And some of our other friends here on the ticket wanted to bid farewell to the greatness of big, strong Jeremy.
Hello, Jer. This is your friend Groobs. I'm going to pause for a moment so Gordon can do his great impression of me. Thanks, Gordon. Well, Jer, you're finally quitting 20 years after I first met you, when you'd already been beaten down by your job for 2 years. Congrats on fighting through it just to get the Cumulus 25th anniversary gift of an old toilet seat signed by the Dickey brothers. You have always been the guiding light for me and every board I've hired at the station since 2000. Thank you for everything you've done to your body for the P1. I love you very hard.
Jer, it's Mino. If you're hearing this, something went terribly wrong. Man, I'm going to miss you. You are a board op. All of us, everybody that's worked here and run the board, we have to credit you for teaching us, learning your ways, watching you. You've done it right. You're a professional. You're really going to be missed here. What you don't know is I've been working with an alliance called the Hardline, made up of Corby, Bob, Davey, and myself. We got Danny out, we got Mike Soroy out, and unfortunately, we had to evict you this week. Hopefully we can stay friends after the show, and man, I love you. I'm going to miss you.
Hello, this is Matt Birmingham, also known as Ham, afternoon board op here at the Ticket. To me, one of the great things about Jer that he has given us over his 25 years was his ability to consistently interject laughter into our lives. And with his unique sense of humor, Jer gave us all an opportunity, if even for a moment, the possibility to forget some of the burdens and alleviate some hardships going on in our lives. There has been no board op at the Ticket that has provided more laughter than Jer at the helm. And for that and his service, we are all grateful. Goodbye, Big Strong.
Hey, Jeremy, it's your friend Jake Kemp from the Hang Zone. And very sad to see you go, but happy that you will be making some of that Saudi blood money over on the Live Tour. I know it's always been your dream. Seriously, I really do appreciate everything you did for me up here, and I hope you enjoy your retirement. Love you, pal.
Jeremy, you're amazing. You've been an amazing board op for the past 25 years. You've been a huge part of this station. AM Ticket is not going to be the same without you, and I just want you to know that you've always been a great friend. You've always been a true pro, and I'm going to miss Jer the board op, but I think I'm going to miss Jer the person the most. So, love you, pal. So happy for you in your next chapter, and I'm sure we'll stay in touch. But just want to give you a big verbal hug right now. Love you, Jer.
Sweet, sweet, sweet Jeremy. I love you, man. I will miss you. I appreciate all the hard work that you've done for this place over the years and working with those morning boys for as long as you have, and especially helping out me a guy that is not on your day part, but you always jump to it whenever I'm looking for audio, and I can't thank you enough for that. You've been awesome through the years. Great friend, great co-worker, all that good stuff, and I wish you nothing but the best in future endeavors, my friend. For the final time, Jeremy, I love your buns.
Jeremy, it is Ty Walker, and man, you finally escaped. All I can do is applaud you. And I'm going to simply repeat what everybody else is probably saying. I know they're saying, you're the damn best, man. You set the bar when it comes to board ops at this dumb place. So, love you, man. Love being able to talk Star Wars with you and wrestling and getting to do our shows and everything. So, man, have fun. Get the hell out of here. Love you, buddy.
Hi, Jer. This is Dan McDowell. Oh, Jer Bear. You're leaving. Why is everybody leaving? That's my first question. My favorite memory was when you were on our show yesterday. Do you remember that? Our show, noon to 3, The Hang Zone, with Dan and Jake. Tune in. Weekdays. Are you still under 54? Yeah. So if you're 25 to 54, tune in.
Cheap promo.
What's this for again?
For Jer. He's leaving.
Oh. I'll miss you, Jer. Jer Bear. Remember Ooh That Smell? That was a funny drop that used to play. All right, I gotta go.
See you there, Jer.
It's very touching. A collage of your coworkers, Jer.
Yeah. Everybody's going to miss Big Strong Jeremy. And it is cool, all of the guys who've either run the board, like Mino used to, and Jake, or still run the board. And Groobs was on there too as a former board operator.
All right, I have a problem
look
with
up
one
to
thing
Jer.
that Mino said, though.
One thing?
Which thing?
He described Jer as a board op, a term which has never been used.
That's what he is, though.
In the history.
I'm a board op for other board ops. Look at how many of them fill in on weekends now.
And then Corby's quote, really love you, Jer. You would always jump to it when I told you to do something. That's the way Corby thinks.
Back in the rant days, is that how he treated
I
Jer?
guess so. Yeah, I just didn't remember that.
Well, we're probably about to be exposed here on the show because we lean on Jer a lot for not only the production value, but he's an amazing resource of information, too. If we ever have an entertainment question like, who's that actress or who's that actor or what movie was that? Jer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like his own Wikipedia page.
Especially when it comes to sci-fi movies or shows.
We got a Star Wars question.
And wrestling.
Yeah, like Game of Thrones. Like any Game of Thrones question I have for you, Jerry. You're always...
I've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones, Gordon.
Bad example.
Yeah, terrible
Yeah,
example.
well,
But
all
Star
the
Wars,
other ones, though.
Star Wars for sure.
Star Wars, definitely.
We lose our authority on Star Wars information. It's Big Strong Jeremy, but he really is a great coworker. He's just been I think the best thing you can do as a coworker is just always be there for your fellow employee, and always be I never had a dust up with Jer. I don't think we probably disagreed on things, and the whole 3-inch putt thing may have been some tension between us, but
it was a dust
biggest
up on
dust
his
up of Jer's career has been with you.
it was a dust up on his side of the equation.
Yeah, but I certainly didn't mean it that way. In all seriousness, I didn't mean that to be a hurtful thing for you.
Intent doesn't matter.
I'm not talking to you, dumbass. I'm talking to Jeremy.
Don't call Jer a dumbass.
I'm not. I'm calling Gordon Keith one. But yeah, like everyone said, Jerry, you're the best, and you really started the using the drop as just a big part of the show. Drops have always been a part of the ticket going back to the very first week, but you helped take that to the next level to make people laugh, not only on their way into work as listeners, but us. You crack me up every day with something you play or something you say too, and that's one of the reasons why Gordo recommended you all those years ago. Jeremy is funny. He's funny with the drops that he will play, and he'll say things that are really funny, and that couldn't be more true.
So, Jer, I'm living vicariously through you since I've been thinking of retirement since I was age 8. What was it like this morning when you woke up to that alarm for the last time at 3:45, and what was the drive in like? What was coming into the studio like for you?
That last time hearing the alarm, that was kind of relief thinking I never have to hear that one again. But at this time, been getting ready, taking my time, choosing my clothes, putting on my dress uniform, getting my service revolver just in case.
Right.
Driving in was busy. It's a lot busier than it was 22 years ago when we started. There was no traffic on the roads back then.
Isn't that weird?
That is
now
true.
it's
That's
like
changed.
almost rush hour traffic at times out there. But yeah, it's very melancholy. I just listened to some music and just enjoyed the ride.
What do you think it's going to be like at 12:01 when you walk out of that room?
It'll be a little sad, but a little happy. So sad happy, I guess.
Yeah, sad happy.
A term that I learned from this station from you guys. Sad happy.
Is it going to be weird that security has to escort you out?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Got to make sure that no one does anything on their way out.
Yeah, they've dropped off a single box for me. So that's going to be tough.
You think tomorrow morning when you wake up naturally around 7 a.m., you're going to think, oh my God, that was great?
That will be nice. That will be very nice. My wife will be probably up by then getting herself ready for her day since she works from home. Mm-hmm. I'll smell the coffee cooking. We make
cooking.
We make it weird at home. I don't drink it, so I don't know how you make coffee.
Does your wife ever listen to the show and hear your fine work?
God, I hope not.
Oh, no.
They've never talked about it.
Now, she's been on the air before, years ago.
I know that, but I didn't know if she listened to
No, she does not listen.
Yeah, that's probably good.
But people do snitch sometimes, I've discovered. So,
So do you have any short-term plans? Any trips you want to take or anything you want to do with your now more free time?
I don't really have much other than just relaxing and enjoying not having to get up early. I'm gonna take some time, catch up on some TV shows that I haven't been paying attention to for a while.
I'd like to recommend Game of Thrones.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I've heard that might be good, and I heard there's another one too, House of Dragon Pants.
Serena Williams says that she's retiring from tennis, but she wants to evolve, and the next chapter will be whatever that is.
Yes.
Will your next chapter perhaps be as professional wrestler?
It's possible. I think at my age, I'd be more likely to be a manager.
Yeah.
Like the great Bobby Heenan or Jim Cornette.
Skandar Akbar?
Yes.
How about an announcer?
I could be an announcer, sure.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
You've already got the nickname Big Strong Jeremy. That's perfect for wrestling.
Yeah, that does sound like a wrestling nickname for sure.
But I've also got the body of a 48-year-old, so I'm not in the best shape.
Jer.
Well, I do plan to work out more, but for at least a couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh, Jer.
So when you started 25 years ago, who did you interview with?
Cat.
It was Cat.
It was Cat. Bruce. It was before Bruce got here. I think I got here like maybe a week after you moved into the old studios on Maple. Because I think stuff was still being set up.
And then you did overnights.
Did overnights.
And then how did you become a part of the rant? Because you were still technically on the board, or did you get a new shift that gave you the rant?
I started, overnights, and then I moved to evenings. And then from there I was like, I was running the board Saturday afternoons, but I was also producing the T-Box and the fitness show, George DiGianni.
I didn't realize that.
That's some sort of sick joke on Cat's part, I think. That I was doing golf and fitness.
So you would get Dr. Salmon on and people like that.
Yeah, I'd do that, and then I was off for 3 hours, and then I'd come back and run like noon to 6, and then finally, I think they figured out that was kind of silly, and so I started just working the rant on weekends. I had a Sunday shift too with Elf. And then eventually started filling in more with you guys, producing and board hopping, and then I ended up here.
But your greatest job was the rant on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Being there for such greatest hits as JFK Jr.
Yes, we were kind of the
You were on
Starsky
the board
and Hutch,
that day?
Yeah, it was.
Why didn't you bring that to an end, Jer? Why didn't you?
It was a different time.
Or something.
It was a different time. We did different things back then. I was there for the birth of Irving Cares. Mm-hmm. That was nice. Several other bits that we can't mention on the air.
Yes, it was wrong then. It's wrong
forget
now.
About those. Absolutely. What was the thing that cracked you up most on this show in the last 22 years?
Oh, man.
The one where we did the playlet of your
what
dog.
Thing that I did.
What your dog did while you were away.
Scooting across the bed. That was pretty good.
Legs up in the air.
The one with the French guys kicking a squirrel off the Grand Canyon. That was a pretty good one.
Hold on a second. I don't remember this story.
Jerry's playlist, he played a couple of guys speaking in French and then a boot. And
why did French guys kick a squirrel off into the Grand Canyon?
I don't know. It's your story.
I don't remember it.
Hang on, I'm trying to find it.
The Jer playlist is what I'll miss maybe the most.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about a story and Jer will just back it up.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. It's about a minute, but here we go.
Two guys go to the Grand Canyon. They're French-speaking men. They take some video and they upload it to YouTube at Grand Canyon National Park that shows them shirtless, wearing boxers, luring a squirrel to the edge of the cliff and then kicking it into the Grand Canyon.
God, I hate squirrels, but that's awful.
The video was quickly taken down and then, of course, posted by other users who had snagged it. So these guys were French-speaking.
Does that mean they're from France? Or are they French-speaking Canadians?
Hold on, they're about to kick the squirrel. Hold on, they're about to kick the squirrel. They're yelling. Getting all psyched up. Oh. Wow. How did you get that audio play together in short notice?
See,
George just turning bright red as he can't breathe in there.
I was doing it all over again.
Okay.
Like the first time I heard it.
And here's the difference between someone like Jer and someone who would fill in for Jer, let's say from time to time, or some other board op. Well, we've had this happen before. To where, like, we do a story like that. What does Jer do? He scrambles, finds some drops, and constructs an instant audio play. How many times have we been doing a story, and someone may be filling in for Jer, different board op, and we'll look back and think, oh, they're going to do an audio play, right? And we'll look back, and they're just looking at us, smiling and laughing.
Right.
Jer was not a passenger to the show, the way some people will be.
No, he was
Jer
a very,
participated.
very, very big part
I
of
shoot
it.
the wheels off when I can.
Yes. It's your greatness.
Well, Jer, we love you long time.
Yeah.
Love you lots and love you long time.
Yes.
And we're going to miss you tremendously, but we're going to continue honoring the great career of Big Strong Jeremy. We're going to have him as our special guest in musical